Hello everyone. In the last lecture, we discussed about the water quality parameter. Now, in this lecture, we discuss about the wastewater quality parameters. Okay, so we start with the introduction of wastewater. So, wastewater are usually classified as domestic wastewater or industrial wastewater. Domestic wastewater, it is called sewage. Okay, the quality of sewage depend upon the season, sewerage system, and lifestyle of the people. So the sewage can be classified as strong, medium, or weak, depending upon the concentration of impurities present in it. So degree and type of treatment to be given to the wastewater depend upon the characteristics of sewage. So it is very important. So it is very improvement to understand to know the characteristics of the sewage. The quality of sewage also play an important role in design and construction of the various treatment unit, right? So wastewater is simply that part of the water supply to the community or to the industry which has been used for the different purpose and has been mixed with the solid, either suspended or dissolved. Okay, basically there are four types of solid present in the water or wastewater. So there are four types of solid: suspended solid, dissolved solid, colloidal solid, suspended, dissolved, colloidal, and settleable solid. Okay, so wastewater is 99.9% water, and only 0.1% solids are present in the water, so that it is called wastewater. And the main task in is treating the wastewater is simply the remove most of all of this 0.1% of the solids. So in the next slide, why do we need to treat the wastewater? Okay, so to prevent groundwater pollution, to prevent seashore, to prevent soil, marine life, then protection of public health, to reuse the treated effluent like for agriculture purpose, for groundwater recharge, for industrial recycle, and solving social problem caused by the accumulation of the wastewater. Okay, okay, now here in this slide, the wastewater quality characteristics are given. So wastewater has its own physical characteristics, chemical characteristics, and biological characteristics. So we start with the physical characteristics. So there are four physical characteristics of the wastewater. First is color, then odor, then temperature, and the fourth one is turbidity. So we start with the first one, color. The color the color of the sewage indicate the freshness of sewage. If its color is grayish brown or yellowish, it indicates fresh sewage. With passage of time, at putrefaction start, it begins to get black. Okay. The second is odor. The odor of fresh sewage is non-offensive, or practically it cannot be considered odor. But less it start to get stale, it begins to give offensive odor. The third is temperature. The temperature has an effect of any biological activity of bacteria present in the sewage, and it also affects the solubility of gases in sewage. The average temperature of sewage in India is about 20 degree, which is near about the ideal temperature for biological activities. The fourth one is turbidity. Sewage is normally turbid, representing dirty dishwater or wastewater from the kitchens, bath, and etc. Having other floating matters like fossil matter, pieces of paper, cigarette and matchstick, then grease, vegetable debris, fruit skin, then soap, and etc. The turbidity depend on the quantity of solid matter present in suspension state. Okay, the second is chemical characteristics of solid. So the chemical characteristics of sewage help in indicating the stage of sewage decomposition, its strength and extent and type of the treatment required for making it safe. So in chemical characteristics of sewage includes solids, pH, nitrogen content, chloride content, fat, oil and grease, then toxic compound, then sulfide, sulfate and hydrogen gases, dissolved oxygen means DO, then biological oxygen demand is called BOD, and the last one is COD means chemical oxygen demand. Okay, so we start with the first one, solids. So sewage normally contain 99.9% of water and only 0.1% of total solid. So solid present in sewage may be any of the four like suspended, satellable, colloidal and dissolved solid. Okay. The next is pH. The pH value of wastewater indicate the logarithm of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration present in the sewage. It is thus an indicator of the acidity or the alkalinity of the sewage. If pH value of less than 7, the sewage is acidic, and the pH is greater than 7, the sewage is basic or alkaline sewage. Okay, the third is nitrogen content or nitrogen compound. The presence of nitrogen in wastewater is an indication of the presence of the organic matter or may occur one or more like a free ammonia, organic nitrogen, nitrites and nitrates. Okay. The fourth one is chloride content. So, chloride are generally found in wastewater and are derived from the kitchen waste, human feces, and urinary discharge. The normal chloride content of sewage is 120 mg per liter, whereas the permissible limit of chloride content in water is 250 mg per liter. Okay. The fifth is fat, oil, and grease. So fat, oil and grease are derived in wastewater from the discharge of animals and vegetable matter or from the garage, kitchen of hotels and restaurant and etc. Okay. The next is toxic compounds. So copper, lead, silver, chromium, arsenic, then boron, etc. are some of the toxic compounds affecting the microorganism, resulting in malfunctioning of the biological treatment plant. These toxic compounds are derived from industrial waste. Okay. Okay, so next is 7 number, dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen means DO. It is the amount of oxygen in the dissolved state in the wastewater. Though the wastewater generally does not have DO, its presence in the untreated wastewater indicate that wastewater is fresh. BOD means biological oxygen demand. So there are two types of organic matter. The first is biodegradable and the second is non-biodegradable. Okay. Organic matter is often assessed in terms of the oxygen required to completely oxidize the organic matter to CO2, H2O and other end product of oxidation. And the BOD, the definition of BOD is amount of oxygen required by the microorganism, mostly bacteria, to carry out the decomposition of biodegradable organic matter under aerobic condition. And the COD means chemical oxygen demand. It is widely used as a means of measuring the amount of organic matter present in the waste. It can be used to measure both biodegradable and biodegradable, non-biodegradable organic matter. COD, the definition of COD is the amount of oxygen required to chemically oxidize agent matter using a strong oxidizing agent like potassium dichromate under acidic condition. Okay, potassium dichromate means K2Cr2O7. Okay, and the next is biological characteristics of wastewater. So the sewage contain many microorganisms like bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa, etc. Bacteria being the most predominant. So different type of bacteria and other microorganisms are found in the wastewater. Sewage contain about 5 to 15 billion bacteria per liter. So most of the bacteria found in the sewage are harmless, means non-pathogenic bacteria. So they are helpful in oxidation and decomposition of sewage or organic matter. A little number of bacteria, however, are disease producing, like pathogens, which are the real danger to the health of the public. So, in case of sewage, the routine bacteriological tests as performed on water supply sample are generally epidemics. Certain tests may be done to find the type of the pathogens. Okay, so the environmental engineer must have considerable knowledge of the biological of wastewater, because it is very important characteristics factor in the wastewater treatment. So the engineer should know the principal groups of microorganisms found in the wastewater, the pathogenic organisms, the indicator organisms, like the methods used to amount the microorganism, and the methods to evaluate the toxicity of treated wastewater. Okay, the main group of microorganism, the main microorganism of concern in wastewater treatment are bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, and pathogenic microorganisms group. Here the different microorganisms or bacteria's figure are given. Okay. This is the end of today's lecture. Thank you. I hope you all are getting each and every points of today's lecture. So we will continue our chapter in the next lecture. Thank you for the watching.